Currently we're at Newton Rig. It's part of the University of Cumbria, and this is the rural estate for the university. My role is their rural estate manager, so basically everything to do with the running and operation of the farms on the estate, both in application of the day-to-day operation, but also linking the student access onto the estate as well. We've got a number of operations that are going on the farm. From the livestock viewpoint, we run 1100 ewe flock on the farm here. That's split between a lowland flock down on this farm. We also have another farm sort of 20 minutes just on the start of the Lakeland Fells, so a hill farm which has another 650 ewes there. We run a small suckler cow operation alongside rearing bull calves as well, for taking up to sort of 13-14 month old bull beef. Our arable operations split between winter wheat, winter barley, spring barley, winter oilseed rape, and we mix grass into that rotation as well. And we're also involved in various different sustainable practices on the estate as well. We've got the oilseed rape that we grow on the farm, not just being a break crop in our cereal rotation. We also use the seed as well to refine into biodiesel for use with university campus vehicles, and some of the byproducts of that comes back into the feeding for the cattle. We also grow short rotation coppice as a wood fuel for biomass burning, and we've also got a new trial starting with short rotation forestry, where we're trying out growing eucalyptus in these northern environments, seeing how well it grows and performs again as a biomass crop. The initial introduction came through Cars Fertilizers, that they mentioned they've got this new product that they would like us to try out to see how well it performed, but also just to put it into a field scale environment, just to do a comparison against some of our traditional fertilizer applications, just to see how well it's performed. I was interested anyway because this could potentially be a better use of the nutrients that we're applying. In other words, again along this sustainable viewpoint, that we're making better use of the materials and resources and potentially causing less pollution as well. So our initial trials that went in, we saw initially looking at the growth of plants, even though between parts of the field there didn't look to be much variation in actual the leaf structure, the root structure was considerably different. And what we found where we had used AVAIL was that the roots themselves were considerably more longer roots, potentially able to draw up more nutrients, potentially able to stand better as well, give us better resistance to the crop lodging. When we came through to our first harvest of that trial, we found a good yield increase as well. Now the crop we were looking at was wheat, it was winter wheat, and it was a substantial increase, sort of half a tonne plus per hectare more, depending on which field we looked at. Which, when you compare that to the initial purchase cost of the fertiliser, was a good added benefit to us. We've brought it much more into our standard practice, that where we're looking at that initial application for our phosphate, that we're getting something which where we can make best use of it. It's become much more of a standard practice for us, especially once we've seen that initial result. First of all, it was quite an impact to see the yield increase and see the difference, and we can obviously take that out to see what benefit that gives back to us. First thing I'd probably do is bring them into the field to have a look at the crop and actually dig a plant up so we can look at the root development of it. Just explain through what we've experienced with it. If they need more technical details, then I'd give our local representative a phone call and put them in touch. It's something I would put my backing behind anyway.